I prayed and I asked God for patience, and he sent me to Jamaica. Hello everybody, my name is Natalie and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be answering a question from one of the viewers. What are the leadership styles that I have experienced in the two countries and cultures, the UK and Jamaica? Today's video is called The British Rush versus the Jamaican Chill. How communication and time management can shape workplace culture. This topic is extremely dear to my heart because it encompasses exploring my culture, leadership styles, and team dynamics. Have you ever made a significant move that changed your perspective on work and life? Drop it in the comments below and let me know. Before we dive into this topic, I need to take a moment to recognize the amazing performance on the video from foggy London to sunny Jamaica. The viewer count for this video increased by an incredible 1,600%. The average viewer duration increased by 52%. And thank you everybody for clicking through on that thumbnail because it increased by 200%. To my loyal subscribers, big up yourself. To my new subscribers, and I got quite a lot of new subscribers as well, welcome! Let's start with a bit of background about me and my time in the United Kingdom. This is where I built and I honed in on my management skills, my leadership skills, and my team skills. My first job after having a paper round was working for McDonald's. I worked in so many locations. Strood, Chatham in Kent. I worked in London, a location in Brixton, and a location in Baker Street. I did this while I was at university. I went to the University of Westminster. While working for McDonald's, it was important and critical that you did have great time management skills. Making sure that you turn up for your shift. You go on a break, you go on your break at the right time, and you come back off your break at the right time. As a manager, I needed to manage my time of all the tasks and deliverables, checking labor costs, making sure that people have turned up for work, making sure people have their breaks, making sure that we are stocked and ready for the morning, lunchtime, and the evening rush. I decided to leave McDonald's because I graduated from university. After McDonald's, then had the amazing opportunity to work in the city, and I worked for 3 out of the big 4 accountancy firms in the United Kingdom. I remember one of my responsibilities, coordinating residential training. It could be 2 or 3 days long, and you're in a beautiful hotel somewhere in the countryside. My job was to make sure that everybody got to the venue, everybody had accommodation, I knew their dietary requirements, all the materials were sent, the facilitators knew where to go. Communication was really important. My role involved me speaking to participants, facilitators, hotels. I'm speaking to people in the organisation that's helping me to print my materials, to send my materials and all the goods to the hotels. Communication was important in making sure that it was efficient, effective and clear. The information that you were sending or that you were receiving, you could actually act on it. I have a video coming up very soon and it's all about embracing my culture. If you remember in the other video, I'd said I didn't know my parents were Jamaican. In this video, I talk about embracing my heritage, and one of the reasons why I moved from the UK was to embrace my heritage. I felt that reason needed to have its own video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so that you will know when the video is released. Are you still there, folks? Give me a sign by writing in the comments, hashtag I'm still here. Let's fast forward now to 12 years ago. I'd been working for roughly about 8 years since I'd left university. And in that 8 years, I did a lot of traveling. I lived in another country, found out my parents were Jamaican. So lots of things were going on. I decided to move. The first 3 months, I wasn't working. I left the UK with a little bit of savings and I had 2 suitcases. I didn't have a job. At the time, I remember applying for jobs when I was in the UK, and the stumbling block and the challenge was I wasn't living in Jamaica. I didn't didn't have a Jamaican address. As soon as I moved to the country, I started to apply for jobs, and then I started to get more responses. My goodness, the recruitment and selection process in Jamaica is super slow compared to England. I lived in St Anne, which is about an hour and 15 minutes from Ocho. St Anne is my favourite parish of all of the parishes. It reminds me so much of my time growing up in Kent. I was born in London, in southeast London, and at 6 years old we moved to Kent. There's fields, there's farms, there's bushes, there's trees, and the back of where I lived there was an actual field. We would camp out there. Spending time in St Anne, which is known as the Garden Parish, was like home away from home for me. Then I got the job with Vistaprint, and so that moved me to Montego Bay, St James. That was an amazing experience. When I was thinking about moving to Jamaica, a lot of people said, Natalie, based on your skill set, career, and based on what you do in your role, you're either going to live in Kingston or Montego Bay. I lived about 15-20 minutes from Montego Bay. I was about 5 minutes from where I lived to the motorway. And then if you think about the way Jamaica is, one side you have the Caribbean Sea, depending where you're driving, and the other side you have the hills and mountains, which is just perfect for me in regards to what I want to see every day. That was a perfect combination for me in how I wanted to live. If you're enjoying my stories and if you're enjoying my videos, please give me a sign by dropping it in the comments. When I think about time management in the UK and my experience, there was this atmosphere of ASAP. Everything's in a rush. Everything needs to be done quickly. My first job in the City of London after university, I was still living in Kent. I would be taking the train into the City of London, and when we get off the train, it's like everybody's in a rush, and you know, we're walking really, really fast to get to the office. When I came to Jamaica, walking to work, people would say,
Natalie, what's the rush? Where are you going? And I'll be thinking, I'm going to work.
But then I sat back and I was like, okay, Natalie, what happens when you get off the train at London Bridge or London Charing Cross? What happens when you're walking over Tower Bridge? Everyone's like that. Walking really, really fast. In Jamaica, it's not so much like that. I'm going to give you a story of my time in Jamaica with one of the companies that I work for. Every year, they will have an annual executive retreat. A bus will be organised to take us to the hotel. One year, I decided that I was going to go in the bus because I wanted to not drive and then have some work to do. Natalie arrived early for the coach. Natalie's sitting in the coach and she's like,
what's happening? So I said, you know what, let me go and get my laptop and let me start doing some work.
1 hour went by. By the way, no one's communicating to say what might be the hold up of what's happening, and we're all sitting in the bus. Thankfully, it's got air conditioning, so I was good to go, right? People were still coming on the bus as well, just relaxed and chilled. I started to get a little bit frustrated because we were still in a car park. I could have actually decided to go back into my office and work. After that, I elected not to go with them on the coach. I said to them,
yo, I'll meet you all there.
I wanted to share this story with you because whilst it's not about a project or a deliverable, it's about the cultural differences. It helped me to adjust my style where it concerns time management. Jamaica has been amazing for me. As I said before, I prayed and I asked God for patience, and he sent me to Jamaica. In order for me to grow, I needed to go to Jamaica so that I could develop my patience. A lot of the Jamaican influences around the chilled aspect has rubbed off on me, and I love it. I am much more chilled and relaxed. I moved from ASAP to soon come. What time management challenges have you encountered in different cultural settings? How did you overcome them? Drop it in the comments below. If you're looking for practical strategies in how you can improve your time management skills, I've got a playlist on my channel called Conquering Your Workday. Time management hacks for busy professionals. You can also check out my website where you can purchase a handy resource guide that talks to you all about some great time management strategies and how you can empower and achieve through effective delegation. The link to my playlist and to my website is in the description below. While working in the UK, Communication is very, very different. The communication is much more structured, much more formal. You know what's happening, when things are going to change, what happens in the organisation. When you're communicating with team members inside the team or outside the team, they're very responsive. Let's go to Jamaica now. When I'm communicating, it's structured, it's direct, it's straight to the point. In Jamaica, it's a bit more informal, laid back, but still structured and professional. I realised with the communication aspect in the companies that I worked for, it was more inviting. It was a bit more jovial. There's a vibes there. There's a connection there. It's much more relational. I also realised in my time in living in Jamaica, I could be more authentic. I could be more of Nats, which was something that I truly wasn't expecting. My energy levels, my vibes, my enthusiasm increased, and it was because of the environment that I was in. There were people that were similar in personality like me. There were people that looked more like me. And there you have it, folks. My life as I transitioned from the British rush to the Jamaican chill. The UK experience set the foundations in regards to structure, reliability, discipline, meeting deadlines, the fast-paced environment, and me being able to navigate all of that and still be able to deliver regardless of what's happening. I did struggle. Instead of me trying to continue to do the things that I've learnt in the UK around managing, leading, the team dynamics, how do I blend it? During my struggle, I was still embracing my heritage and understanding my culture. As I've begun to understand more about my culture, my heritage, and get more settled in Jamaica, I decided to look at the UK and Jamaica and to take the best out of both. And I did. What was great and what I learnt, which was amazing in England, and what is great and what I've embraced and what's amazing about Jamaica. Thank you everybody for listening to this video. Thank you for watching. And as a reminder, I've got a new video coming up where I talk about another reason why I moved to Jamaica, embracing my Jamaican heritage. I am enjoying creating videos around my personal story and my personal journey, professional leadership and talent development insights. I look forward to continuing this journey with you. Big up again all of the new subscribers. Like, I am so overwhelmed and blown away, and thank you to my loyal subscribers for being there right from the beginning. I'll see you all soon, and remember to learn, love and live. Stay blessed.